Hello, this is Scott Winnail with a webcast for tomorrow's world. Britannia used to rule the seas, and it was said for a long time that the sun never set on the British Empire. In centuries past, Britain brought law and order, organization and abundance to struggling and fractionated nations around the globe. Many nations around the globe owe their current prosperity to the British hand in their history, and that includes the United States. But Great Britain's influence on nations around the globe has been waning for some years now. In recent decades, Britain's demise has been remarkably quick. The Washington Post ran an op-ed article in the May 21, 2015 edition of the paper. The article was entitled, "Britain Resigns as a World Power." Author Fareed Zakaria lamentingly observed, quote, "After an extraordinary 300-year run, Britain has essentially resigned as a global power," unquote. He continued with this statement, quote, "Over the next few years, Britain's army will shrink to about 80,000. A report from the Royal United Services Institute predicts that the number could get as low as 50,000, which, the Daily Telegraph points out, would be smaller than at any point since the 1770s, unquote. Foreign Policy magazine also noted in its May 8, 2015 edition that 50,000 troops is equivalent to the size of the New York City Police Department. The Washington Post article also reviewed several ways in which Britain has outsourced product development, increased immigration, and reduced its own military and technological power in recent years. What really struck me was the way the author ended his article. And he noted, quote, "It is, that is, Britain is, even now, a country with the talent, history, and capacity to shape international order, which is why the inward turn of the United Kingdom is a tragedy, not just for it, but for all of us." As the article author noted, watching Britain decline, a nation essentially that created the world we live in, is incredibly saddening. And this sobering reality exists because Bible prophecy predicts the fall of Britain and its Israelite-descended brothers. In Leviticus 26:19, God stated through Moses, quote, "I will break the pride of your power. I will make your heavens like iron and your earth like bronze," unquote. Britain's decline must happen as the end of the age approaches because of its increasing rejection of God and His laws, as Leviticus 26 verses 14 through 19 and the remainder of the chapter spells out. In fact, the prophet Jeremiah also noted that the demise of these nations, including Britain, will come upon them quickly. God has used Great Britain powerfully to impact the world in many wonderful and meaningful ways. God used them to bring prosperity and advancement to the world. He even used this nation to bring the printed Bible to the world. Millennia ago, God promised Abraham that because of his obedience, God would use Abraham's seed, his descendants, which includes the British-descended peoples, to bless all the nations of the earth. And that's in Genesis 22:18. And God certainly has done that through the British peoples. God is now punishing and will punish the British and the British-descended people for their rejection of Him. But one day in the not-too-distant future, God also promises to bring them back to Him and to bless them once again. Britain's prophesied future is sobering. It's exciting, and it is dynamic. The Bible has been spot on so far in regard to the prophecies about Great Britain, and it will continue to be spot on going forward. For more information and powerful insight into the future of Great Britain and the Israelite-descended nations, you need to read our free booklet, The United States and Great Britain in Prophecy. This powerful booklet reveals Bible prophecies that are coming to pass before your very eyes. Thank you for watching. And for more information, for video and material on biblical news topics and the future of nations, please visit us on Facebook or on the web at tomorrowsworld.org.